Ciao ragazzi, welcome back on Inter Worldwide. Anthony here to react to Italy's horrible showing against Spain. Really poor tactical setup by manager Luciano Spalletti on a day where Spain had a particular game plan to take the game to us and get 3 points and qualify, and we had a game plan to make sure we sat back, absorbed as much pressure as possible, and then looked to hit on the break. The problem with this Italy side is that it's very void of midfield quality, very void of tenacity. Barella is playing in a deeper role and he looks a little lost with no one around him. And I'm saying that as someone who genuinely believes that Barella was still a top 3 player for Italy today. So was Bastoni, and Calafiori is probably the third, albeit unlucky with the goal. Not entirely unlucky though. I just want to point out that this is why I said the comparisons with Maldini were awful. And I know that a couple of people got on this channel and criticized a little bit for my words, but again today, Calafiori was good, but he wasn't fantastic, because the way he concedes that goal, please bear with me for a second, he's running backwards facing the goal with no Spanish players on his shoulder or in front of him. Now I get it that he can still be unlucky, but if people are saying the sentence, Calafiori could do nothing, that's bullshit. That's false. If people are saying that he is not at fault at all for the goal, that's bullshit. Okay, I get it. He's young, he's up and coming, he's promising. But today, he has to wear some resemblance for the responsibility for the goal. So does Donnarumma. Actually, Donnarumma was our best player today. Spain's, for all their good, productive use of the ball, shot their shot straight down the middle at Donnarumma for majority of the game. The problem with this Italy side now is the worst performers are still the better players. Are still the better players for their position. Di Lorenzo was the worst on the park tonight. But who are you going to bring in? Matteo Darmian? I love Matteo Darmian. But in this setup under Spalletti, Darmian is useless. He won't do it. He won't be able to do it. I really thought Spalletti would change the game plan at halftime, but we were abysmal in the second half. We were even worse. Cristante coming in. I can't believe that player still plays for the national team. Today was the day that the last shred of hope I had of this team pulling a Cinderella story and getting to like the semi-finals or the final shattered. This Italy team won't beat anybody in the round of 16. And now we need to go up against a Croatia side who have lost one, drawn one, and I bet they are really looking forward to potentially getting their first win. I really hope that we can beat Croatia or at least tie to send us through to the next round, because today's result is very disappointing. It's the fears that we all knew were possible with this national team coming back now. So once again, a quick summary. Calafiori, not completely at fault for the goal, but a lot of people need to stop saying that he wasn't at fault at all and comparing him to the likes of Maldini. Because yes, he's good. Yes, he's great. Yes, he's up and coming. But as soon as you put these labels on players, they're not allowed to make mistakes. And had people not compared him to the greatest defender I've ever seen play, then I wouldn't have cared too much, and I would have probably sat here going, Calafiori could do nothing about it. But guess what? He could have done something about it. He could have had a quick look over his shoulder, or he could have easily realized that there are no red shirts around him and he doesn't need to be facing the goal like that. It's a clumsy mistake. It can be forgiven, but it won't be forgotten. Not for as long as these comparisons stick around. Donnarumma, good game. Calafiori, good game. Bastoni, good game. Barella, average. I don't think it was his fault. Di Marco, very bad. Very bad player for the national team at the moment. Very bad player for the national team at the moment. And everybody else gets a mark of invisible. Scamacca. I don't even want to talk about Scamacca. Anyway, let's just hope for the best, guys. Forza Italia. Ciao.